Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Denver, Colorado. Today, northwest again.
Yep.
A little bit more north than west, but still a little bit west. A lot of north. Longmont, Colorado. Pros and cons. Let's talk about it.
Let's go. What's up, guys? We are the Mile High Property Brothers. I'm Eli Schmidt. This is my business partner, Will Grimes. If it's your first time coming to our channel, thank you for being here. While you're here, hit that subscribe button down below along with the notification bell, because every Tuesday and Thursday we're dropping a new video and we're talking about everything there is to know about moving to Colorado or living here in any of the surrounding area.
100%. And guys, we are licensed real estate brokers in the state of Colorado, which means just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with real estate needs. So that number popping up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and the text messages. We're also the guys who answer the emails. But with that being said, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the pros and cons and what we like or don't like. It's objective to us. That's why you're watching Longmont. All right, guys, just to give you a little bit of context, I'm sure you're looking at a map right now. So Longmont is just north, slightly west of Denver. So you're coming right off of like your I-25.
Yep.
Just west, not too far from Loveland, really not too far from like your Rocky Mountain National Park, super close to Boulder. We'll get into that in a minute, but as you guys are looking just to kind of reference yourself, a lot that we talk about has been like Southeast Aurora, Highlands Ranch, Castle Rock, Castle Pines, which is, if you were looking at Denver being central, if Denver were the clock again, right? Denver's the center of the clock. Castle Rock, Colorado Springs, all of that is like directly 6 o'clock. Well, Longmont is almost directly 12 o'clock, all the way up, almost an hour north of Denver, about 50 minutes north of Denver.
About 30 miles.
Slightly west, so we're like 11 and a half with Longmont, but really cool spot. We've been bouncing up north a lot for you guys. We've had a lot of questions on it. We get a lot of keyword searches that are kind of indicating you guys want to see more north, especially northwest, so we're going to throw you guys that stuff, but really cool spot, a lot to digest. We're going to try to figure out what are some cons, what are some pros. Obviously subjective to how you feel as well. Some of these cons might not be cons for you, but either way, let's get into it and see what you guys think.
Yes, so great rundown, buddy. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, hey, well, you're welcome. I am the boss.
I appreciate that. Oh, nice. Yes, there you go.
You like that?
Good job.
Who put this thing together? Me! That's who!
All right, guys, so who's going to be looking up in Longmont? Why may you be searching pros and cons of living in Longmont? Well, here, check it out, guys. So Longmont is a very, very, very popular place for a lot of people who want to be near Boulder, who want to work in Boulder, who like hanging out down there, doing the outdoor Boulder thing without a lot of what comes with living in Boulder, like, which is wearing Crocs all the time, or your cargo shorts, or your little like
Crocs is home based in Longmont.
Fun fact.
So I don't know why he's talking trash. Like, you might have more Croc wearers in Longmont than you do Boulder.
No, I think more in Boulder.
They're also super comfy. People just don't want to admit it. I don't have any. My son does.
I
Looks
have
like he loves
Crocs.
them.
I know. We had a big closing. I went to got lined Crocs first thing.
We had a big closing, and Eli splurged.
I did.
Lined Crocs.
The lined ones, yes.
Don't even know where we're going with this. The bottom line is a lot of folks love being out here because they do enjoy Boulder and being close proximity, but hey, they don't necessarily need to be quite in Denver with a lot of that population, and you've got some cool stuff here. So maybe downtown Denver's not for you. Maybe being 50 minutes from that isn't a big deal. You're super close to Fort Collins in addition to Boulder. So not quite as close to Fort Collins as you are to Boulder, but a lot of folks, when they come to Colorado, for the Colorado feel per se, as far as being close to the mountains, enjoying Boulder, the college town in Fort Collins with CSU campus up there. You've got the Boulder, you got CU campus in Boulder. It tends to feel like that traditional, established Colorado feel, and a lot of folks that want that don't necessarily want to be down by the bigger city.
Yeah, or dropping $1 million on, you know, an entry-level house in Boulder.
Which gets us to our first pro. Price point.
Yeah,
a lot
this
of
is a pro and con video. Thanks for keeping
you're
us on
welcome.
track.
You're welcome. That's what bosses do, Eli.
That's right.
Number one, right? Hey, price point. So, yes, if you do need to be closer to Denver, and like that's a necessity for you, but you're okay to drive 50 minutes, not terrible, but you could be okay to do it because of price point, right? Super pro. Now, if you have no desire to be down by Denver and you love Fort Collins and maybe going up to the national parks in Wyoming or Rocky Mountain National Park here just west of Loveland and being up here and never having to venture down, well, it's a win-win because you love living up here anyway, and the price point is still great.
Yeah, now let me throw a con on there, right? I'll roll with the negatives today. Throwing our first con, let's talk about again location. So let's say you do have to live in or work in Denver, or you've got friends or family. You're going to be spending a lot of time down in Denver. Now that COVID's over, you are starting to see an increase in traffic. So for us, we were coming up here. It's midday in the middle of the week, and it took us just about an hour for the 30-minute drive up here, or the 30-mile drive up here.
Correct. And you know what a lot of locals are saying on some local blogs is the traffic within Longmont is also getting a little bit congested. So it's not just the highways getting up here, but then once you're up here, it's all good. You've got some traffic within Longmont as well, and like, yes, that's natural. That's due to Longmont is ever growing right now. You've got a lot of new builds up here, a lot of expansion. You still have like that older feel and that cultured feel. A lot of these homes that we're showing you guys through some of our B-roll, super cool. Still like that established feel, but because it's growing, yes, a lot of the population and traffic tends to outgrow a little quicker than the infrastructure and how they develop that. So yes, you've got to deal with a little bit of traffic. Is it anything close to a Chicago or a Southern California? Absolutely not. However, definitely something still to think about, but if the pro of price point and proximity to Boulder, the mountains, is still worth it for you, well, it's something that's subjective to you that you guys have to kind of weigh back and forth. All right, guys, moving forward, let's get back to a pro. Family activities, right?
Yes.
So whether it's going out to eat and having some little fun eateries, whether it's the pool, whether it's some of these parks, you've got so many local parks. One that we're sitting in right now, right in the heart of one of these neighborhoods, really cool. Longmont is known for being super family, quote unquote, super family friendly. Blog words, not our words, right? So just kiddo activity. You've got libraries, you've got local elementary schools everywhere.
Sunflower fields out
Sunflower
here,
fields.
state parks.
No, we didn't take any photos there with ourselves.
Yet.
Maybe that's the thumbnail for this video. Who knows?
Oh, jeez.
But man, really cool. So a lot of recreational things.
Yeah.
However, the con to that is, as much as it is great for family and recreation for kiddos, the con would be
Lack of nightlife.
lack of nightlife. So yes, you have some great restaurants. Yes, you've got some really cool mom and pop coffee shops, which is fun. A lot of breweries.
Yeah,
which is
there's no shortage of alcohol up here.
at all. But you don't necessarily have the bar and grills or some of the nightlife that you would in like a Denver Tech Center or a downtown.
Yeah, and I think part of that too is just because so many families are drawn up here. Yeah, the town's gonna start shutting down at 9 or 10 at night, right? You probably don't have a huge single scene out here where everyone's wanting to hang out at the bar till 1 or 2 a.m. So naturally, I think with it being as family friendly, those two kind of coincide. But there's no lack of food up here. There's no lack of breweries. So I would say if you guys are looking for a killer weekend, maybe you're not living in Longmont, but you're looking for a killer weekend, come up here, grab a drink, grab a cider, go eat some good food. But if you're looking to come down here and meet Mr. or Mrs. Right, maybe have a little fun
How
with
will
your
this
buddies.
guy know? He's been taking forever. Don't let this guy talk to you like that. The bottom line is, though, guys, like, hey, there is still business up here, right? So depending on the nature of why people are here in the first place, will definitely coincide with the type of businesses that are here. So, but hey, if nightlife is for you, maybe Longmont isn't quite for you. Or hey, if you like going out once a month, like nothing wrong with going down and catching a Rockies game or a Bronco game and hanging out downtown and coming back up. But from our experience and with our clients, the majority of folks like to just settle down at night and have a place that's nice and safe and feels secure and feels like a neighborhood. And so we feel like the whole lack of nightlife, like, yes, we do want to speak to some of the blogs that are out there, especially from some of the locals. So it's not just our words that we're speaking through on video. However, based off of like our observations from our clients, I don't think that's necessarily a con for some of you guys, but definitely want to be transparent and throw that out there for you. All right, guys, one last. It's going to be more of a tie. Could be a pro, could be a con. A pro as in it just isn't applicable to you. Could be a con if you need it. So they are saying the LIGHTRAIL might venture up to Boulder and to Longmont by 2042.
2042.
Listen, if you're my son watching this right now, and one day you're going to live in Longmont when you're an adult, it's going to be there for you. However, in the near future, it will not, even if they expedite, it will not be here. But you guys also have to understand, hey, we're 50-something minutes from Denver. We're not in the direct path of DIA. DIA is more northeast from Denver. So there's just a lot of things that are on the outskirts of Denver that just take priority when it comes to transportation. So no, that's not coming anytime soon. However, you know, it's just food for thought. That could be zero applicable to you at all. Or, hey, I need public transportation. I need to be close to Denver. There's a lot of great, we talked about Inglewood. We've talked about a couple of places that are in the heart of the Denver metro area that are still great and affordable, that are a lot closer to that commute, that could still be great for you price point wise and serve your public transportation needs. So if that is something that's a big deal for you, guys, we've got hundreds of videos that you guys can go back and watch and kind of see some of the different areas. But yes, definitely not anytime soon.
Now the last, I'm backtracking, but
the
it's
last
worth
word.
It. We had mentioned cheaper price point than Boulder, obviously, but to get into a little bit of more specifics for you guys before we wrap up, just so you kind of know exactly what to expect out here. So average home price out here is just over 400, it's right around 432,000. So again, that is going to take into account single family homes, condos, townhomes, that sort of thing. But what I love about Longmont is it's one of the, what I would say, very few places that has a very good, established, cultured, old town feel and a specific downtown, while having plenty of new builds, plenty of condos, plenty of townhomes, plenty of that stuff. There's this whole other side to Longmont, in addition to just the old town side.
Very similar to Brighton. You know, like Brighton's got a super old town, pun intended, right? And these last couple of years, just through the influx in Colorado and just the demand, a lot of these cities are starting to grow. But because they established themselves the right way for such a long time, now that they're growing, you get that contrast. You get that old town and those going down there enjoying some breweries or some of your coffee shops, but then on the outskirts of that town itself, you still have a lot of new builds. So it's really cool. It gives a good contrast to the town. Very reminiscent of, at least in that context, very reminiscent of like a Brighton. Brighton's a little bit more northeast from Denver than northwest, but great spot. Overall, guys, are these pros, are these cons? I think by the end of this video and some of our other pro and con videos, it's really just subjective to your needs, what you guys are looking for, and us just trying to give you guys some material to answer some of those right questions for you. But our licensed brokers in the state of Colorado, and yes, we do love helping you with your real estate needs just as much or more as we love making these videos. So that number popping back up below, we are the guys who answer the phone calls and the text messages. We're also the guys who answer those emails. So if there are some questions, if you do need some help, we would love to help you guys with that. But for now, and until next video, subscribe,
comment, throw a thumbs up.
This is how I like stuff on social media and on YouTube.
After a couple of glasses of wine, you're just like loving it.
Wine? Why am I? I'm the boss. I'm drinking a wine.
Whiskey.
Enjoy your weekend.
There you go.
Enjoy your week. We will see you guys on the next video.
We'll see you guys.
We are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado, which means as much as we do that again. Sorry. Let's talk about the pros and cons of Longmont. Fuck. I fucked it up again. Third take. And we are the guy. Dude, I'm fucking up today. I'm too busy worried about talking shit to you.
I'm just looking at the camera.
Shut up.